I can't hear you.
School mascot and school colors.
Uh-huh. Well, our school colors are blue and white, and our mascot, his name is Jonathan, and he is a Husky. And I told your teacher a little while ago that I might have a slight surprise for you guys about our Husky, and I want to introduce you guys to Jonathan the Husky.
Whoa! Hey, Jonathan. Now, Jonathan, I think I've actually seen Jonathan on TV quite a few times. Do you make your appearance at the UConn basketball games?
Yes, he does.
All right. Can you guys wave to him? That's awesome.
All right.
Thank you. Now, ask your next question because I want to know this one.
How did that become your mascot?
How did Jonathan become your mascot?
Well, Jonathan became the mascot back in the 1930s, and it was basically a student vote that determined who the mascot was going to be and what the name was going to be. And we actually have Jonathan here, and we actually have a live Jonathan, an actual Husky dog who looks just like this Jonathan without the jersey on, who actually lives right off campus and comes to a lot of our football games and stuff.
That's actually, we found a lot of times with schools that have mascots that are live, such as we spoke with the school, LSU, who actually has a tiger that they take care of in the on campus with their veterinary school, and the same with, of course, the University of Georgia having Uga, the bulldog, who is always around. It seems that they always, although they have the mascot that tends to, dress up and be that mascot you see on TV, there also is actually a live mascot usually as well.
Yep, we have a student group on campus who actually takes care of Jonathan. And the dog itself actually lives with one of our professors just off the edge of the campus. And we've had a live Husky dog now, different dogs, since the 1940s.
Now, does the real Jonathan ever stroll through campus?
I have seen him from time to time. Not very often, but from time to time.
How many students attend your school?
How many students attend our school? That's a great question. We have 17,000 undergraduate students, and we have 30,000 students overall. That includes people that are, older that want to go to school at night and want to obtain master's degrees and become doctors and things like that.
Wow. Now, would you consider you guys a medium or a large school?
We consider ourselves a medium-sized school.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard for the kids here. I mean, we have 450 kids in our school. That's it. And to hear, 30,000 is a huge number, drastic difference in that. And then to only be considered a medium-sized school is even harder to comprehend, because when you talk to schools like, South Florida or Texas, and you're talking upwards of 60,000 students, it's almost unimaginable to these guys.
Well, before I came to UConn, I worked at a small college in Massachusetts, and we had 1,000 students that went there. So when you come to a place like this, for me, it seems pretty big, but you know what? I've never seen so many really tight-knit groups of students that learn how to become friends and how to, navigate the campus and have a successful education.
Alex, go ahead.
How big are your schools? How big are your class sizes?
How large are our class sizes? Our class sizes average from 27 to 35 students. And basically what that means is every 18 students, there is one professor.
Well, that's not bad at all. 18 to 1. That's not as high as I thought it would have been. That's excellent.
Yeah, and obviously as students go on through school, their class sizes are going to change, because once you start getting into your actual program, like some of our engineering students, their class sizes get even smaller than 27. They could be in that 15 to 18 range.
And that's not too big of a difference from what our school students are here. We're about 18 or 19, depending on the class size, which is, it's a good amount of kids for them to have the ability to learn, which is great.
Yep.
How far is your school from Kingsburg, New Jersey?
How far is the school from Keansburg? Well, we're about 3 hours and 20 minutes away, according to Google Maps.
All right, that's not that bad. You actually are one of the closer schools that we're interviewing this year. the kids got the ability to choose, and I asked them not to choose some of the ones we did last year. We did a few state schools last year, but the majority of the schools we're picking are well over 1,000 miles away. So it's nice to hear that it's a little closer to home.
You know, and one of the things that I tell students when I meet them when I come to New Jersey is I like to tell them the school is close enough but far enough away. Close enough means if you want to get home in an afternoon, you can. It's far enough away where you're going to live your own life, become very independent, and have a successful college career.
Excellent. They said they don't understand this now, but when they get to be high school seniors, they're going to want to have that time away from home a little bit.
Absolutely, and you grow up to be quite an individual when you get to be that age.
Go ahead, Alix.
What types of things are there to do school?
What is there to do?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot of things to do. As you can imagine, when we have 17,000 undergraduate students roaming our campus, we have to come up with lots of things to do. We have a lot of intramurals and club sports, more of like a recreation thing where they can go and just play a pickup game of basketball with friends, or they can be a part of an organized club and go on outings, go on trips, things of that nature. We have what's called the Jorgensen Auditorium, which puts on plays and musicals and hosts comedians and things of that nature. We have an actual movie theater right on our campus. It's literally right across the street from the building I'm in right now. We have student government, so students can go and they help dictate what happens on campus for programming and events. We have college athletics. Jonathan the Husky shows up at a lot of different basketball games and football games and hockey games. And there's also a new thing coming to campus. It's called Storrs Center. Storrs is the name of the town that UConn's in. And they're redoing the center of town to have more shops and restaurants and other things for kids to do on the weekends.
Now, that was going to be my next question. I've never visited the University of Connecticut's campus. I've drove past on, cutting through Connecticut on the way to Massachusetts, but I've never gone through the campus. Does it have sort of a town right outside the campus, or is it built within a town? I'm not sure how the dynamics of UConn actually work.
Well, it's kind of hand in hand, I guess. The Storrs Center that I just spoke about is on one corner of the campus. We have a local high school and local recreation center on one side of campus. We have an agricultural center on the other side of campus, and then residence halls on another side. In the middle of the campus is all the main buildings that everybody uses day to day. So all the classrooms, the student union, the gym, and the fields, sports fields, and everything else is in the middle. So, and we have dining halls and stuff that are throughout the campus that students can kind of go to whenever they want.
Excellent.
What do most students do on the weekends?
So it sounds like there's a lot of stuff for them to do. But what do they do on the weekends? If our kids from Keansburg decided to go up there, is there a lot of students who stick around on the weekends?
There are. If you drive through or walk through the campus on a Saturday afternoon, you'll see almost as many kids as you'll see during a school day. That means our staff here are doing a really good job running good programs, like making sure that movie theater is running on the weekends and making sure all our clubs and activities are running events throughout the weekend. So that way students are engaged at taking a little class break and having some fun on the weekends.
Excellent. Patrick?
What types of sports are offered at your school?
Now, I let them know UConn has always been one of the top basketball programs in the country.
Yeah.
You know, Patrick's a big football player, and I know you've had some NFL players come out recently, but I said UConn to me has always stuck in my mind as a basketball school.
That is the case. Still basketball, men's and women's basketball are always one of the top teams in the country. Our women's basketball team currently sits number 3 in the country, right behind Notre Dame and Baylor. And our men's basketball team are they're number 4 in the Big East. And the Big East Conference is one of the best basketball conferences in the country. Mm-hmm. But other sports that we have, because it's not just about basketball and football here. I'm a big ice hockey person, and we have men's and women's ice hockey. We have men's and women's soccer. Our men's soccer seniors, 3 of them signed with Major League Soccer, the MLS.
Wow.
I know you guys have the Red Bulls in your backyard.
Absolutely.
And 3 of our seniors got drafted this year, which was exciting. We have field hockey, lacrosse, baseball. We send kids to Major League Baseball every year. Softball, track and field, volleyball, swimming, and golf.
And now
tennis. I forgot tennis. Yep.
You guys are all Division I in those sports?
Yes, every single one of our varsity sports are Division I. All the club sports and intramurals are more of it's still competitive, but it's meant to be more fun.
But I was trying to explain to the kids that with a Division I school, if you have the ability to play those at the level, there's a possibility for obtaining a scholarship with a Division I school. Is that correct?
That's correct. Not all of our student athletes get scholarships, but a good number of them do, depending on the sport. The NCAA that we're a part of tells us how many scholarships per sport we can hand out. And what we do is we try to give our students the best opportunity to play at the highest competitive level as we can, and we hand out as many as we're allowed to.
And then on the flip side, I tell them that even if they don't get a scholarship, a lot of times they still have walk-on tryouts for different athletic programs there.
That's true. That's what happened to me when I was playing hockey in high school. I was asked to play Division I hockey and Division III hockey, and the Division I team said, we want you to come, but we want you to come and try out. And I was the type of guy who I just wanted to play, so I thought playing Division III hockey was the best fit for me, but there's definitely opportunity to try to walk on teams.
Now, are you guys going to be going to the Frozen Four this year?
They're actually in the middle of the the Atlantic Hockey playoffs for our men's hockey team, and they got a first-round bye to the semifinals, which happen, I think, this coming weekend. So Frozen Four is still a few weeks away.
All right. Go ahead, Patrick.
Do you have any rivals?
How about any rivals?
Rivals. Well, we've got 2 different types of rivals at UConn. One is the one that you guys are probably thinking of, our athletic rivals. For our athletic rivals, the big one is Syracuse for basketball, Pittsburgh for football, Louisville, Tennessee, Baylor, Notre Dame that I already mentioned, and Rutgers right down the street from you guys.
That's us, yep.
And we have academic rivals that we kind of look up to, and we want to try to be more like, and they want to be more like us. So Iowa, Ohio, Purdue, Rutgers again, Georgia, Minnesota, and Missouri. And the reason why we have not just athletic but academic rivals because we want to be a really good research and public university, and so we need to challenge ourselves on the field and in the classroom.
Excellent.
Please excuse this interruption.
Do you have any
Teachers, if you have
traditions?
not done your attendance, please do so now.
Okay, traditions. We do have traditions. We have one, and I had to ask around because I am the only person in our office who is not a UConn alumni, believe it or not. And they have a thing called oozeball. It sounds weird. I had to ask what it was, and I had to Google it myself because I didn't even know what it was. But it was basically mud volleyball. And I guess they play it every single year. I don't know if I'm sure it's at homecoming or family weekend or something.
Uh-huh.
But it's a tradition that's gone by for years and years and years.
Excellent. So it's volleyball in a pit of mud.
Pretty much.
Sounds like it could be fun, though.
I've never tried it, but I'll give it a whirl. Why not?
Go ahead, Patrick.
What is your school best known for?
What is your school best known for?
Well, UConn is known as a research university, and what that means is we give our faculty, so our teachers, and our students the opportunity to not only learn in the classroom, but do experiments and figure out what's new in a specific field. For right now, one thing that we're working on what's called STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, and math. And the state of Connecticut wants us to become better at that. So there's going to be a technology park built about a quarter of a mile or less from where I'm sitting right now, and the students, the businesses, and the faculty are going to work together to research things in those fields.
Excellent.
Why do people choose to attend your school?
Why do people choose to attend UConn? Well, basically, number one, is our quality academic programs. People want to come and learn here, and they want to do research. They want to find out why light bulbs work, or whatever thing you want to learn about. Why does a basketball bounce? They do a lot of different research, and people are excited to come here and not just read a book, but actually do everything that they're talking about. The other thing is our campus setting. We are not in the middle of a city. We're in a large town where it's very safe, and so people, when they come and tour our campus, they feel like, wow, this is a great place to be. And the last thing is our outcomes. We have a lot of students, most of our students, and when they graduate, they're able to get a job right away or within a reasonable amount of time after they graduate.
Perfect.
How big is your campus?
Speaking of your campus, how large is it?
How large is our campus? And I'm sure you probably don't know a lot about acres, but we have 4,000 acres. And basically, if you're to walk in a circle around the outside of our campus, it would take about 2 miles.
Wow. Which is actually larger than the town that we're in right now. Our town is only 1 square mile. And so imagine walking from the boardwalk all the way to school and then back again. That's how long it would take you to get across the UCONN campus. That's how big this school is.
Well, we have what's called the campus loop, and that's basically following the outside sidewalk that goes all the way around, and that's how long it would take. Now, if you walk through the middle of it, it's much shorter. So as students choose to live in certain parts of the campus, or depending on what academic program where their building is, they kind of suit themselves where they live near, where they go to school, and where they eat, and where they do things to make it into a smaller knit community.
Excellent.
How do most people get around your campus?
There's 4 ways that I typically see kids maneuvering around our campus. We see a lot of kids walking around campus. We have a shuttle bus that brings kids around campus. Like in a really cold days, you see kids on the bus all the time. I see kids riding their bikes all the time. And one thing I found unique over the last few weeks, I've seen 2 kids riding unicycles.
You know what? You're the second person that have told us that unicycles have started to invade all the college campuses. This is must be a new tradition here, a new fad.
I think I would hurt myself trying to get on a unicycle.
I would agree with you on that one. Savannah?
What are your most popular majors?
Now, you said you're a research university, so what are your most popular majors there?
I would say our top 4 programs are engineering, all different types of engineering, not just one, nursing, business, and education.
Excellent. Oh, Soraya, your turn, sweetheart.
What is the cost of your school?
The cost of UConn.
Well, for students coming from New Jersey, you guys are considered out-of-state students, obviously, and it costs about $40,000 to come to UConn.
Wow. Which leads right into the next one.
Do you offer scholarships?
We sure do. We offer scholarships based on merit, which basically means your academic profile and pretty much everything you do to submit your application. So you're going to talk about activities, you're going to write an essay, and all those things are determined to find out if you qualify for a merit scholarship. The other one is based on family income, basically. So your family are going to sit down and decide, how can we afford UConn? And there's a process to go through to find out how to do that.
Now, when you do the admissions at UConn, do you guys take a strictly a merit-based academic approach to accepting students, or do you kind of take that holistic approach and take a look at the activities that you've done in the community? Have you started any programs in the community? Are you a volunteer? Sports, that sort of stuff. When you look at accepting students,
we do take that holistic approach to reviewing applications, and it's a lot of work, and we choose to do that because it's the right thing to do when we're looking at students. From New Jersey, we get about 2,500 kids who apply from New Jersey every single year. And our overall applicant pool is about 30,000 students.
And what do you usually bring in every year?
We bring in about 3,200 kids.
Okay. Wow. Go ahead.
Do you have any
Famous
famous
alumni.
alumni?
Famous alumni from UConn.
Okay, alumni, aka former UConn graduates. We have a very long list, so I took about 10 of them here that I'm hoping you guys have heard of. And if you haven't, I guess wrong. But has anybody heard of the Miami Heat, the basketball team in Florida? Yeah? Ray Allen is one of their point guards.
Yep.
And he is a UConn alumni. We have another basketball alumni with the Washington Wizards, not too far from you. His name is A.J. Price. We have another guy who plays for the Detroit Pistons. His name's Andre Drummond.
Mm-hmm.
And we have somebody who plays for the Houston Rockets. His name is Jeremy Lamb. And Jeremy Lamb, A.J. Price, and Andre Drummond all graduated within the last couple of years. Anybody go to Walmart?
Walmart? Yeah, of
The
course.
president of Walmart is a UConn alum. His name is William Simon. Anybody? You guys probably don't stay up late enough, but the show Saturday Night Live,
Yep.
one of the actors' name is Bobby Moynihan, and he is an alum. Who plays Nintendo? Or used to play Nintendo?
Or the Wii.
The senior vice president of Nintendo is an alum of UConn. His name is George Harrison. And are you guys familiar with Juilliard, the School of Music in New York City?
It's a school for people who want to be singing, dancing, any kind of performing arts.
Yeah. The president of that school, his name is Joe Pelosi, and he is an alum. And I don't know if you guys have talked to Tulane University, but their president, his name is Scott Cohen.
Athletic famous alumni, but some quite famous academic famous alumni as well, as some pretty reputable companies have presidents that are UConn graduates.
Yep. Do you guys have Bob's Discount Furniture in New Jersey?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you did or not, but Bob, the guy you see in all the silly commercials, he's an alum too.
Excellent. A lot of business. There you go. There's that business major.
Yep, that's right.
Last one.
What do you like most about your school?
What do you like most about UConn? Being that you're not a UConn alum, but what do you like most about working there?
You know, this question, I sat there and looked at this one for a little while and said, well, how do I answer this? Being not an alum, I had to go based on what people tell me and the impressions that I get from people. School spirit is probably one of my favorite parts of UConn. If you go online and you go and look at, video from a basketball game, you see more students at basketball games than you do just fans from the state of Connecticut or in the other surrounding areas. If you just take a walk around our campus, just like myself with my UConn shirt on, you see a lot of kids walking around with UConn sweatshirts and T-shirts and shorts and stuff on. And, I find that we've got some really talented students. And I want to prove that to you guys. I sent your teacher a video.
And I have it here.
Watching me and talking to me can be kind of boring, but I figured this video, anybody has heard of Will Smith? This is a retake on a song that he wrote and sang, done by our drum line. And it's going to show parts of the campus. It's going to show some current students doing the drum thing. And I hope it'll get you guys really excited about UConn.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's on my iPad here, so here we go. Now, the gentleman who sings, he is a UConn student.
That's correct.
Okay, here we go.
Yo, insane like a runaway train running your lane. Hit that 3-point shot at the end to win the game. The ball's just insane. UConn, that's our name. 10 championships down, man, we reign. So if you're feeling out your head to this and throw it up like we're about to win the championship. Lyrically, I'm prolific, but rapping, that's where I'm gifted. I'll beat up to beat 'em. Hot man, I'm nice, you don't get it twisted. It's me tossing the mic, so get lifted. And don't blink, y'all, you might just miss this. Yo, come on.
You guys can see the football field in the background. There's Bob. It's a football field, Pat.
We make it hot for you.
They don't start band until the middle school, but I think we can have some good drummers here go to UConn. Continue this drumline tradition here.
Yeah, I hope you notice there's boys and girls on that drum line, too.
Yep. There's the basketball arena.
Started back in 1881, 13 students back then, but we had just begun. Cause now we're 30,000 strong and our numbers they keep growing. You know, they don't check the records, the numbers they keep showing. That when it comes to college, let's be clear. When the UConn dog got it, we're the best ones here. So if you're looking for the best, it ain't no better. God is living today with a hustle forever. Y'all, let me see you nod your head like this. Let me see you. Just let me see you nod your head and bob your head. Come on.
I'm sure not every class has a drum line in it, though, right?
No, not everyone, but there's about 300 members of that band altogether.
I need to get a guitar like that. Yeah. I have to say, after watching that the first time when you sent it to me, I had never really had the opportunity to visit or see the UConn campus, but it's absolutely a gorgeous campus.
Yeah, I am very impressed every time I walk around the campus and just the improvements that our staff and facilities crew make to make it even better every single day.
All right, well, I have to tell you, we are become huge UConn fans. As you can see, we've got our UConn banners. So what do we have to say? Go what?
UConn.
All right.
A little louder than that. Come on.
Go UConn.
All right. Go Huskies.
Mr. Martin, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. You know, the seed that you guys are helping plant are going to be tremendous in the growth of our students in the future. And having them have the ability to speak with someone from a university has already helped them start to think of their future. And I don't know if you could see it, but I created this logo down here, Career Ready College Bound. Our school is the Keensburg. Our mascot is the Titans. We have the Interlochen KT. We had shirts made up that we're going to be sending out to all the participants who have taken part in this, so we would love to send you one.
Absolutely.
You just email me your shirt size, and we'll try to get it out to you as quick as can.
Absolutely. I hope you guys had a good time and learned a lot.
All right, what do you guys say?
Thank you.
You're most welcome anytime.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.
Yep, you too. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.